Good evening, everyone. AnthWolf here, streaming live on Twitch with even more Dragon Age Origins. Where we last left off, we arrived here at the encampment of Ostagar. We met up with King Kalen and we explored the encampment, learned a bit more about the situation here, just north of the Kokori Wilds. We underwent the joining ritual and officially became a member of the Grey Wardens. Unfortunately, our fellow potentials didn't quite survive the ceremony. So, pardon me, I'm just actually making myself a cup of tea here, so let's pop that in the bin, and then we need to go. We've been requested by King Kalen to join Duncan and himself in a war council. We did manage to get ourselves to level 5. It still says we can level up here because we never actually spent our talents. We have 2 talent points we can invest. I mean, there's no real point at the moment. We can save them. Yeah, we can save them for now. I don't think there's anything else we can do at the camp. Do we have any more items in our inventory? Yeah, we've ended up with Jory and Davith's equipment. Fair enough.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the young lord from Highever I met earlier. I understand congratulations are in order.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The circle
We
of
will not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough! This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
Where is the Tower of Ishal exactly? I hope that Alistair knows. We passed by it earlier.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the king's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
When do we light this beacon? How will we know that it's time?
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Can we join the battle afterwards?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
And what if the Archdemon actually appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
Okay. I guess we have our objective.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Okay. Is there any other quests we need to do? No, that's fine. Ah, we get... yeah, okay. We had to use the dog whistle to actually name our dog. Give him the usual title.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I was wondering if we could actually de-summon our meat shield. Guess we weren't that lucky. Alistair actually leveled up. Alistair, you need more health. Most definitely. And I think I will give you Threaten. The warrior adopts a challenging posture that increases enemy hostility with each melee attack. I don't think the quartermaster's there anymore. I guess it's time. Let's get ourselves over to... I guess you're staying there. Okay.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here. Steady, men. For Ferelden!
The Darkspawn have siege weapons. Oh, there goes the tower.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal. And get to the Tower of Ishal.
There! Push them!
That's a massive fighting down there.
Make it help us. They're everywhere.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Oh, great. Now, normally you'd end up with, I guess, another warrior or a rogue and a mage in your party. But thanks to having the dog in our party, we're not that fortunate. We can't imbue our weapons with flames. And we will have him... yeah, we'll just have him dealing damage. Cautiously. Okay. Okay, good. They're staying with us now. Okay. Let's move into the Tower of Ishal, shall we? Great.
Now's better than later.
Ooh, Alistair.
Relax so you can get off my back.
Goddamn archers.
Got it.
Let's have at it!
And that!
My blood.
Yeah, Alistair, you got your ass handed to you. I mean, we could be playing a bit more tactically, playing a bit more carefully, but that's why I like just playing as the protagonist and just powering through with healing items. So it seems, as it's been mentioned, the Darkspawn have managed to work their way up from the lower chambers.
Twisted creatures.
Alistair, what are you doing? Come on.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Oh no,
Okay, we're still in combat. Murloc Alpha there.
On your guard. Got it.
I'm not giving up.
And that's why we give Alistair more constitution.
All right. I'll get on it. Got it.
Looks like Meat Shield has leveled up once again. Okay, and into the tower we go.
Get off my back. Need help?
Ooh, again Lock Emissary. Ooh, that could have been worse. I've had really bad fights here. It is a trap. You saw the rope between the two posts there.
Now's better than later.
Unfortunately, Meat Shield can't use health poultices. I think he uses Mabari Crunch, which is a healing item for Warhounds. So we have to be a bit careful. Unfortunately, we do see a lot of 10 low-gain soldiers here. Nope, never mind, too late. That was unfortunate. Hopefully it's not a bad injury.
I'll get on it.
Penalty to cunning. That's not too terrible. Deep mushrooms can be used for herbalism. Ooh, silver bracelet can be used as a gift. There's a Genlock here. Nope. No items can be looted from his body, so we need to proceed up the tower to light the beacon.
Into these blasted things.
Just die already!
I'll get on it. Breaking a sweat already.
Despite our high strength, we're still missing blows. Oh, delightful. Okay, up to the second level.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
You could try telling them they're in the wrong place.
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Terran Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
Holy shit. That's a lot of heads on pikes. Lovely. Things we could go investigate, but from what I recall, there's a fun fight coming up, and we'll try and try passive. We have a discarded book here. History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. We have a couple of ballista here. And we have more Darkspawn.
Blasted things. I'll get on it. I'll get on it. So you can get off my back. I'll get on it. Right, all right.
Yeah, I figured. We can hit our own party members.
Okay, done with you now.
Decapitation.
Got it. That's
There's a lot of blood. We did rather well there, despite the friendly fire.
Now's better than later.
Another lesser injury kit, very useful. Oh, speaking of... Put flaming weapons back on, please. Thank you. This allows us to do some extra fire damage.
All right, all right. Now, better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
We have such a slow recovery time, but it's good to do like an auto attack combined with a skill attack tends to go a little bit faster doing it that way.
Than later. Got it.
Yeah, we're missing a lot of chests, unfortunately, due to playing as a warrior rather than a rogue, but oh well. That's just a complaint. If you play as a rogue, it opens up a lot more possibilities for your characters. But that's only for early in the game. You will find the roguish sort as you play on.
Now's better than later.
Up to the 3rd floor. We're making good progress so
Those
far.
gates better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
Hello. Ooh, nice.
I did it! I killed one!
Ooh, achievement unlocked for Light Queller. This game has achievements? Huh. It has in-game achievements, but not like Steam achievements. Interesting. What the hell did I just pick up? Oh well. I'm doing things a bit too quickly. Some fire arrows.
Darkspawn, kill them all.
That lever over there, it will release the hound.
Oh! We've been pinned.
I'll get on it. Now it's better than later. Die already!
So we release some Mabari Warhounds here. Ooh, we just leveled up once again. Level 6. Oh, okay. So we need 14 cunning if we want expert coercion. Or we could get expert combat training now. Expert coercion would really be tempting. Do we want to get that now? Just to secure ourselves? I think I do. I want to kind of be... like, getting expert combat training now would unlock a lot more useful talents, but getting the opportunity to be more intimidating or more persuasive is really important. Unlocking more dialogue options is never a bad thing. We have 3 talents to play with. Again, as I say, if we had unlocked expert combat training, we could have got two-handed strength, stunning blows, maybe even sunder armor. But that's fine. The talent points will be there for when we need them.
All right, all right.
Ooh, a Warden Recruit Shield. What's that doing up here?
Twisted creatures.
Nice work. Unfortunately, I was hoping the Warhounds were going to come support us there. They didn't, but we managed to survive nonetheless, so I'll take the win. That was another lesser injury kit. Ooh. Well, the more of those we have, the better. As you've seen, we can go down relatively quickly. You may also take this as a warning that things are going to go horribly wrong for us in a moment if we need so many injury kits.
I'll get on it.
How many do we have? 9? That'll be 11. Wow.
Right. Now, better than later. Let's see some blood. Sorry, am I too quick for you?
Nice work, Alistair. Do love a good bit of head chopping.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Some ice bolts, and up to the top floor, where we can light the beacon. Hi there, an ogre. Just gonna get the circle mage out of the way for a moment.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alistair heals. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Can you let go of me? Holy hell! Can I get myself up? I don't think I can. Uh-oh. Mage, time to run. Time to run far away.
At your order.
A bit more dying, please.
What?
Injured. As in me. As in now.
I think we work well together.
Ow! Holy hell.
The beacon is over here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Can you... There you go, thank you. Harvard's Aegeus. Lightning Rune.
What?
Hello, Grey Jedi. Yeah.
I'll get on it.
If you or Alistair get the final blow, it is a cool little animation. Alistair, you okay? Nope, he seems stuck there now. Oh well, so be it. Let's light the beacon, shall we?
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
Full of arrows. It doesn't matter who deals the finishing blow. Ah, yeah. I think you're right there. Dragon Age 4. You see, I didn't really enjoy too much of Dragon Age 2 or Inquisition. Bioware...
Your eyes finally open.
We'll see.
Mother shall be pleased.
Hello, Morrigan. Yeah, we'll see how Bioware handle Anthem and things in the future, because they're meant to be doing another Mass Effect as well. But do they still have the development team to make a good game, is the question. Anyhows. I remember you, the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds, where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
I remember being overwhelmed by Darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
What happened to the Grey Wardens? And the King?
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Coin is important to you. Out here.
Who says I would ransom for coin? Gold has its uses, I suppose, but power buys far more.
Fair enough. How did she manage to rescue us anyway?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any other survivors?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why do you say that? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes, please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Why would Ten Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I see. I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
You think there's a leak about Dragon Age 4 being similar to Dragon Age 2? You see, I enjoyed maybe the first story arc of Dragon Age 2, and then I kind of lost interest in the game. And I mentioned this earlier in the first part of this series, but I like Dragon Age Origins and some of the earlier Bioware titles because, especially the dialogue, you know what your character is going to say because, well, they're on voice acted, but they actually give you the full line that your character's saying, whereas Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition and some of the later Mass Effect games kind of just give you a charming, a ruthless and sarcastic answer. I didn't like that. I prefer to know how my character's going to interact, whereas you might think you're saying one thing and then your character comes out with something you didn't actually mean to say. I have a locked chest here. But yes, I am using some mods. I am using Dragon Age Redesigned, which changes some of the cosmetics of the characters, like Morrigan here. And I'm using various mods like the extra dog slot and such, which makes the game a little easier. Like, we probably would have died there up on the tower without having my good old meat shield also taking some of the blows. But let's pop ourselves outside and see if Flemeth and Alistair are there.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, Grey Rider Jedi, you're right. Your character is not voice acted, but this is the line your character is going to be saying, or what I will say on behalf of the character. But in Dragon Age 2, and in Dragon Age 2 and in Inquisition and other Bioware titles, you might get part of a response, but then your character might say something else in the same line, which you may not have intended. And that kind of bugs me, because then you don't know exactly what your character's going to respond with. You just know the tone that they're responding in. Which is kind of a shame, really. But, no, we're not dead, thanks to Morrigan's mother.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these Darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blights. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The land is hardly united thanks to Loghain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
What is this Archdemon exactly? Duncan was a bit vague before.
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An Archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
What would Ten hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Al-Eamon? The Arl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honourable man.
The Arl would never do what Tairn Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Al-Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Surely there are other allies we could call upon.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Al-Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
I doubt it'll be as easy as that.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against a blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I don't suppose you could offer any more help.
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Thank you, but if Morrigan doesn't wish to join us...
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well. I suppose she could be of use. We'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
We understand.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the Wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer that you'd speak your mind. We're probably going to need all the help we can get.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Yeah, as I said just a moment ago, Alistair, we do need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Before we get started, could you answer some more questions?
I may have answers. Ask.
Have you never been outside of the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
And is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
What can you tell me about the village we're travelling to the north?
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Excellent. Then you can substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
Delightful. So, how are we going to get past the Darkspawn since they've taken Ostagar?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
That's not reassuring.
We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Okay, I see. I have no further questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Okay, we have some approval now. We have... wow. Ah, these will be all the DLC quests that are turning up. Premium content, the blight... Oh no, these are the different treaties that we have. That's right. Awesome. But yeah, we're starting to get approval with our party members. Our Warhound loves us. Alistair is still neutral, as is Morrigan. But we can start giving them gifts and talking to them, and if we say the right thing, we might be able to unlock further dialogue options. I think they also learn like unique abilities as you improve relations with them. We'll take combat training. Bonuses to critical chance, attack, and armor. Alistair, did you level up again? No, you didn't. Yeah, you've still got a talent point to spend. And Morrigan. She is a mage. She is also a shapeshifter, which is one of the advanced classes that you can unlock. She can turn herself into a spider. Delightful. She has a mixture of various spells. I'm honestly unsure if I want to use a potion of respecialization on Morrigan. I would like to really make her focus on the entropy skill tree. Obviously mages have access to spirit, to creation, and primal. I do like the idea of someone who can hex and debuff the enemy. Trying to decide how best we want to play this. Debilitator probably is the best way to go. In addition, she does have frost weapons. Imbue our weapons with frost, of course. We could speak to Flemeth some more, which we will probably do, actually.
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some stew.
You could always come with us, you know.
Ha! I prefer to remain here. Considering what the world has done to me, I have already done more than it deserves.
And what has the world done to you?
That is between the world and me. Your business is elsewhere.
Very well, we'll leave you to your stew then.
Yes, you should. You have a whole lot of Darkspawn to get past before you sleep.
Delightful. We have the Raven here, if we do want a potion of respecialization. This is where I first thought we'd encountered a Raven, not actually at Duncan's tent. But what we'll do is we'll end the stream here. And when we come back, we'll be on our way to the village to the north, known as Lothering. This has been AnthWolf though. Thank you all for watching here on Twitch. I will get this exported over to YouTube for anyone who is watching the series there. As I say, Grey Jedi here has raised a good point that obviously there are differences in how the dialogue is between Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition. I prefer this one because I know exactly what the characters are going to say, or how the character would respond. I wish the characters had. I wish the protagonist had been voice acted, to be honest. That would make things more interesting. But it was not to be. Oh well. Anyhows, again, thank you all for watching. And I will hopefully see you for even more next time. Until then, no. Bye bye now.